Coach Roy here. Let's talk about pre-tracking. So pre-tracking is essentially that. You're pre-tracking your meals, your drinks, everything you'll have at your event, dinner, gathering, whatever it is. And then you'll just plan the rest of your calories and macros, around that. So let's say your calorie and macro goal is as followed. So 2000 calories, 150 protein, 250 carb, and 45 fat. And then your friend Ruby gives you a call and she says, "Hey, let's go to the finest establishment for dinner tonight." And you say, "Where?" And she says, "Of course, the Cheesecake Factory." I love the Cheesecake Factory. It's very calorie dense, but it's delicious. All right. So, with that being said, what pre tracking will entail is that you're going to Cheesecake Factory for dinner tonight. So, you go on Google, you look up Cheesecake Factory menu, and you look through it and you decide what you want to eat. Now, I recommend to not go crazy with calorie bombs because you'll have less calories to eat for the rest of your day. So be a little sensible, but go through the menu, pick what you want. And for this example, let's say you go with the filet mignon. So you open up your favorite tracker, whether that's MyFitnessPal, Chronometer, whatever it is, and you search up Cheesecake Factory filet mignon. You put it in, you track it, and it's all done, right? So your calorie and macro goal minus that Cheesecake Factory meal you'll be having comes out to 1,140 calories, 77 grams of protein, 196 carbs, and 6 grams of fat. That is how much you have for the rest of your day. So that's your breakfast and your lunch, right? And for this, let's say you had overnight oats, 500 calories. And then for your lunch, you had a 500-calorie meal of chicken breast, Brussels sprouts, and sweet potato, right? And that's essentially it. Something super easy, super simple. You plan ahead of time, you log it in, you don't have to worry about it. And that's that. So there are pros and cons of this. Some pros, it allows you to enjoy all of your events, your gatherings, your dinners, whatever it is, while still prioritizing your goals. Right? It also gives you clear guidelines to follow, which can make eating out less stressful because it's all taken care of. You're all good. And then also teaches you the importance of macronutrient balances within meals. So what I mean by that is, say you pre-tracked all a meal that was all protein. You went to Korean barbecue and all you had was carbohydrates to eat in the beginning of the day. One, you're going to be super, super hungry because you're going to be burning through the carbohydrates quickly because there are less dietary fats and proteins to slow that down. If you have some blood sugar issues, that's not going to be good. So again, it's a really good way to teach you how to balance your meals out. So some cons, you'll need to know and feel comfortable with tracking in an app like MyFitnessPal or Chronometer. It could be tedious for some, but if we're being honest, this whole process will probably take 5 minutes, 10 minutes, depending on how indecisive you are about food, like I am. But over time, it will only get quicker and faster. So it may seem really tedious in the beginning, but it'll get easier as you do it. But again, that could be enough friction to allow someone to say, "Hey, I don't want to do this at all." Right. So lastly, it might be difficult to implement, especially if you don't have a basic understanding of nutrition, choosing foods that will keep you full and satisfied with lower calories. So kind of what I was talking about earlier. If you choose the wrong foods, you could go into this super starved, which could possibly lead you to maybe eating more than you planned or whatever it may be. So that is pre-tracking.